Hello, hello. Welcome to Top Shelf Backpacking. Today we're going over 4 new items I've got that I'm going to be testing out this fall and winter. First, I'll give you a brief overview of everything we got, then we'll dig into the details like specs, weights, all that kind of stuff. Starting out with the 2 water bottles. I've already got a little time on trail with the Mazama Migo. This is from Miranda Goes Outside. Good form factor, has the measurements nice and easy to read. According to the Hungry Hiker, these will begin to wear off on hers, so a little iffy there. It does have the nice scoopable wide mouth opening there, easy to add drink mixes and such. And then your standard 28mm top. This can take boiling water, which I'm excited about as the temps are dropping. Then, coming from Canuck Outdoors, we have their through bottle. This has gradations, well, they're embossed in there, so they shouldn't wear off, although they're a little harder to read. I'm going to have swap mine for the sport cap, since that's probably how I would go about using it. Next up, we have the Pika lid from Justin Outdoors on YouTube. Excited to use this in lieu of a standard lid and some of the other things I take. This kind of solves a few problems for me there. And then to carry everything, I've got my zip sack. I'm going to use this as a food bag. Nice zippered access, easy to get into. So let's dive into a little details on these. Starting with the zip sack, this comes in at 2.1 ounces on my scale, carries 10 liters. It has a roll top closure, as well as a little D-ring, so you can easily hang it or strap it to something. And then a little loop here on the bottom, same kind of deal. And then it zips from the bottom, so no matter how rolled up it is, you have nice, easy access to food and such. I tend to lose drinks and like hot sauce powders, little packages like that. They're hard to find in the big old food bag, so very excited to give this a try. So it's the most expensive piece of new gear I've got, coming in at $40 from the ZipSacks website. Next up, we have the Pika lid. This is a replacement for your standard little titanium lids here. What's nice about it, it has your fluid conversions on there. It has a spot for your mini Bic lighter, and then it'll also hold your fuel cans. So when you're carrying everything, I drop a stove on the bottom there, everything isn't rattling around, you're not getting those rust rings on the bottom of your pot, which is super helpful. It can even, if you happen to go crazy ultralight and get one without the handles, you can slide your spoon in there and use that as your handle. I kind of like that for making sure I have my spoon, so when I pack everything in, we're good to go. Coming in at $16.99, weighs 1 ounce, which, funny enough, this replaces the need for this to hold everything together, and my lid. And those two things, at least for this particular choke spot, coming at 1.1 ounces. So it's actually a weight savings, and it does all this other cool stuff, like holding your fuel can quite well. And a lighter. You can also use it if you don't want to clip it on. You can use it upside down. It's got the nice little handles there. Easily grab onto. And when you lock it on there, you have a little pour spout. Easy to drink off of. They say you can still use like a Hot Lips, that kind of thing from Snow Peak on there if you wanted to. So excited to get this thing out and really give it a try. Next up, we've got the through bottle from Canuck Outdoors. This guy comes in at $16.99. This is probably the configuration I'd run it. It does have a little tethered cap, which I probably wouldn't use, tell you why later. This guy comes in at 3.1 ounces on my scale. I'd probably even get rid of the little tether here since I don't carabiner things to it. Pros, it's a little smaller than the Migo as far as narrow, similar capacity. However, I like that they're embossed because they won't wear off, but they are harder to read. And I don't feel like it's quite as squeezable as the Migo is. Also, I don't really care about this for cleaning because I strangely clean my smart water bottles apparently. That's weird. But for putting in drink powders and stuff, and if you actually drink from your water filter, that big opening is kind of nice on the Migo there. So, the Migo comes in at 4.9 on my scale, so significantly heavier. It does have a removable cap. This one's not tethered, and again, separate opening there, which is very nice. I would worry a little bit about this with hot water. like in the tent. I tried to figure out if this one won't take hot water. It didn't say on the website, so I'm not going to say it can, but I will verify that from the company, because that would be nice to be able to do, throw it in the footbox kind of deal. Although this would be significantly easier to pour hot water into. I just worry about really reefing down on that seal and having two of them that could potentially leak. That does worry me a little bit there. This is significantly heavier. I don't like how thick it is. It's a little harder to get in and out of my shoulder pockets. That's typically how I run them. But this one also sticks up a little higher, so it's a little more in the way. So we'll get these out on trail a little bit more, compare kind of side to side, and really see what we think. This one comes in at $18.99, so a little more expensive, but a little, say, different of a form factor. Definitely kudos for the design, a lot cooler there, but simplicity is kind of what you need out there on trail. To compare these to other options, just for weights and everything, Smart Water bottles are basically free when you buy a water, 1.4 ounces there. And the classic Nalgene, this is not the lightweight or anything, 6.3 ounces. So all are significantly lighter than the Nalgene, but this one only by so much. So things I'll be comparing, one, kind of flow rate, how easy do these flow? I will use the same one to compare because this one is older and slower. I will also be seeing how well they squeeze with my little Holy Hiker bidets here, just to get a feel for how clean things go. And that's part of the reason I took this little one off, because I want something I can fully unscrew, leave somewhere far away, because if there is any splashback, I don't want it to contaminate this and get onto the part I would drink. Try to keep all those separate so I can, thread it off, little soap if I need to kind of deal on the bottle, always soap on. And so yeah, those are the things I'm going to be trying out, as well as just how easy is it to drink from, is it easy to get in and out of the water bottle pockets, those kind of things. So those are the 4 new items I'm going to be testing out this fall and winter. Fall is kind of my favorite season to be out there, less bugs, less temperature extremes, less people on the trail, so easier trailheads. So I'm hoping to get quite a few trips out there, backpacking and hiking, to really test all this gear out. For more information on the products you see on this channel, visit TopShelfBackpacking.com, and until I see you again, cheers.